What's good, everyone? Aggie Coach here. All right, guys, welcome to another video. So I'm gonna get right down into it. This video is about my Clemson Tigers build. So I'm right now in the process of putting the Clemson Tigers together. I'm trying to build my team right now, and so I had some things in mind I really wanted to talk with you guys about as I'm doing this build. I'm probably gonna do a series of videos with this because I still have to paint this team. And I finally got the entire schedule for the FATEC conference completed. So all 16 teams now have a full schedule of 6 games each. I am not going to be shooting all of the games, of course. I'm going to be playing them here, but I'm not going to be shooting them all because each quarter takes me about 3.5, sometimes right at 4.5 hours to edit. So I just don't have that kind of time. My schedule is way too busy. So I just can't put that kind of time into it. So, especially with my new job. So, so what I'm going to be doing here with this, guys, I'm going to be right now, I'm trying to figure out offensively what my Tigers, what the Clemson Tigers are going to be running in terms of their base offense and their base defense. So just to give you guys a quick little background. So FATEC conference is broken into 2 divisions, guys. 2 divisions, 8 teams in each division, right? And so the Dynasty division and the franchise division. Clemson is in the franchise division. So they are going to be opening up at home against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish for their opening game. It's an out-of-conference game. So as a general rule, each team will play 6 games. They have to play 4 teams in their division. That counts towards them winning their division so that they can play for the division championship and then go to the playoffs. The out-of-conference games will not count towards the division, right? So, however, it does count towards their overall record, right? So, this is my Clemson Tigers team. I'm very excited about. Special thank you to J.C. Davis. So, just to give you guys a quick little background on that, J.C. Davis and his son have their own solitaire league. And he decided that he wanted to make some really unique figures for he and his son to play with. So he created some figures he created a figure line using 3D printing that he calls Undefeated figures. So he was inspired by what the FATEC conference is doing, and I wanted to support him. So I purchased some figures. So these figures here are purchased from J.C. Davis. These are the Undefeated figures, and they are absolutely awesome. These are, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe these are the first 3D printed figures that I've ever received. So they're just incredible. They're absolutely incredible. And I'm excited. I can't wait to paint these guys because it's going to make this Clemson team look great. So usually, guys, what I like to do, man, whenever I put a team together, I have this concept, individual player uniqueness, right? So each player on every team, for me, has to be in a different pose. And I try not to replicate poses over the course of, over the course of all of my teams. Like every player on every team, I want to be different. And with the exception of a few teams, like, we have like the Calgary Dinos, for example, is an all Tudor Games team. But usually when I put a team together, I grab figures from all over the place, and I don't really care where they come from. I just grab them from all over the place, and I start putting them together. And then when I start finding that that I got the same poses at different positions, then I start customizing things. So I like to customize hard plastic. I enjoy customizing Tudor Games figures. I enjoy customizing Buzzball figures, and the original footballfigures.net figures with the soft plastic. They're awesome for customization. And so Big Lock did a lot of customizations with those, with his 4th and 1 customizations, a lot of really radical ones. You guys saw on the Alabama team, which is a good example. That team is heavily customized. But I didn't want to do that with this team, though. I wanted to just pull something out of the box and start playing. And after having a conversation with JC Davis, and he showed me what he and his son were doing, and these are just awesome. So, for the Clemson team, I had to do it. I still got, I got to wait until I get paid now because I still got a few more figures to get because I'm still short. So we have to have 33-man roster on our teams, and I don't have 33. I got 22 guys on the field, and I got those 6 guys that you see up there. Those 6 guys over there. And that is pretty much all I have right now, so I am short. So I'm going to have to go back and order a few more, and then I found that I had a few positions that was replicated. But that's okay. About this video, what I'm going to do with the Clemson team, I just wanted to share. First, I want you guys to see the figures that I just purchased, and I want you to see how they look, and I'm excited about how good these figures look, especially up close, man. Sometimes the pictures don't do them justice, but when you get them in your hands, they just look awesome. So I'm ready. So about this video though. So here's what I wanted to ask you guys. So every team in the FedEx Conference has its own offense, right? And its own defense, a base offense and a base defense that it runs. So we got Alabama, for example, running the Power I offense and running a 44 base defense, right? We got Central Arkansas running the 5 wide receiver spread. They're 70% pass, 30% run, right? So every single one of the teams, right? We got Navy running the option offense, right? So I'm trying to figure out what kind of offensive style my Clemson Tigers is going to have and what base defense I want to use for these guys. And I usually try to look at the figures, right? I like to let the figures determine how that's going to work. So I'm going to share these figures with you guys, but what I would like for you guys to do, put the comments down below, right? Put the comments down below, and you guys let me know what you think, man. What kind of offense would you like to see this Clemson team run, and what base defense and why? Tell me why, right? So let's talk football here, right? Let's talk football. So I want you guys to tell me what offense, what defense, and why, right? And I'm gonna take all of this into consideration because I'm getting ready to, this weekend I'm gonna be sitting down and I'm gonna start painting this team, and I'm trying to figure out what offensive system that I want them to run. So what I did here, as you guys can see on the field, I have them in the spread right now, right? I have them in the spread, running the shotgun, one back, right? I did not purchase any tight ends on this team. So that's the other thing. Like, I didn't purchase any tight ends for this team because I want this team to be 50% run, 50% pass. So for 50% run, 50% pass, what do you guys think? What kind of offense do you think will be great for them to have that ratio, 50-50, right? So, I think it's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about getting these guys painted. And so for, game 2, Clemson will be at home and they will be taking on the Fighting Irish, an out-of-conference game for them, but it is the first game of the season for them at home. So we're going to see how it turns out. So you guys let me know, man. I'm going to stop it here. I don't want to go on any further. I do want to show y'all these figures, though. I need to do that before I forget. So let's just kind of take a look at these guys. Just absolutely awesome. So this is one of the cornerback figures. Just looks great, right? The cool thing about these figures that I like is JC Davis, like, you can clearly see the difference between guys that are in the secondary and guys that are on the line. So like for example, offensive linemen are bulky, right? They're a lot larger than the skills position, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. So I'm gonna grab the center here, right? You gotta excuse me. My board is, well, this isn't even my board. Like, this is the field cover, guys. I just taken the field cover and I just put it down on the floor. I just unrolled this thing, right? And I just put it down on the floor. because I haven't put it down on a playing surface yet. So right now I'm just kind of sitting on the floor. So, but I want to share with you guys. So look at this. So this is the center. Look at how big he is. Now, of course, he's only 2.4 grams in weight right now. That's, without weighting him, which is great. But this is the center, the guy that I'm using as a center, right? Now, if we take one of the guys from the skills position and we put them side by side, I want to show y'all something. So I'm going to just grab one of the guys from the skills position. Look at the difference. See that? Like that ratio. Look at the difference. You clearly can see this guy is slim and this guy is not. So look at the thighs in the back, right? I mean, this is awesome, right? So I just wanted to share that. Like, I like that realism. I like that J.C. Davis. I like that he took that into consideration. That offensive linemen should look like offensive linemen. Defensive linemen, like you clearly can see, this is a defensive end, for example. But I mean, just look at this. This is awesome. So you can see how bulky he is. So, I mean, when you look at this, okay, these guys go on the line. These guys are my skill positions. And they come in just so many different poses. Just awesome poses. So I really, really like these figures, and I'm going to buy a lot more of them. Wide receivers. Just excellent. Perfectly balanced on the platform. Guys, you got to excuse me. I know this is turning into a product review. I didn't intend for it to turn into a product review, but I have just been having so much fun with these figures. Another wide receiver. Just excellent. He is perfectly, for him to be leaning this way, he's perfectly centered on the platform though, which is great. So I guess I'll show you guys one more and then I'll get out of your way. Let's look at the quarterback. I actually ordered 2 quarterbacks. One other thing that I was thinking about this team, guys, I want you to consider this while you're thinking about that offensive play style too. I'm also thinking about this team is going to have a mobile quarterback. That'll give them another threat, right? That the quarterback can at any point can take off and run with the ball. That's something that I'm going to consider, tweaking a fast base for both of their quarterbacks. Okay, so here is the quarterback figure. This is one of them. I'll have to go around on the other side of the board to grab the other quarterback, but I'll do that really quickly. But this is one of the quarterbacks. And I just like how realistic the figures look. Their proportions are just great. Even can see his neck. Just excellent. Okay. All right, so I'm going to grab the other quarterback. Give me just a second. Okay, so here is the other quarterback. So this is a scrambling quarterback. Right, so I wanted to just kind of share the figures. The figures look great. So I'm really excited about these new figures that I purchased. They're awesome. J.C. Davis has done an amazing job with these figures, and I'm excited about getting my team done and getting them ready to play. I was thinking about adding on, like, mixing more guys in so I can get my 33. I could easily grab some of my Buzzball figures, some of my Tudor figures, some of my footballfigures.net, like just, you know, other figures. I could easily grab them and add them to this team to at least get me to my 33-man squad. But I think for this team, just because this is the only one, I think for this team in the conference, I think for the Clemson team, I want to keep them all undefeated figures. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to order a few more figures. I'm still debating about that. But, you know, either way, you guys, just hit me back, man. Let me know what you guys think. Leave the comment for me. Don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe. I'm going to get on. Peace.